Well, Santa is just about ready to deliver his toys. I've been working on mine a little bit, and I hope you've been working on yours too. I've done just a little preparation on some of the gifts and on his bag, done a little more on his coat and the fur. But I want to finish up the final little detailing on the face so that you'll have that ready to go. I drew on the glasses. I played around just a little bit more on the flesh. I added lights and darks as I saw fit. I didn't do anything new. I did just what I showed you to do in the last videos. Wherever I needed to add more reds, I added more reds. I went back and forth several times with my lights and darks until I got a nice blend between the darkest dark and the lightest light. I went back in and I just fidgeted a little bit with the eyes till I got them looking just the way I wanted them to look. So if you need a reminder, you'll have to go back on the video that showed the steps for the eyes. And I fidgeted a little bit with the lip and got it looking a little bit more the way I wanted it to look. I actually took my acetate and put it back on and discovered that the edge of my lip wasn't really in the right place. So I went back and I fixed all of that. Once I got all of this flesh the way I wanted it to be, then I finished up with the beard. Now, remember that we did a wash with the dirty white, dark white. We did some black. We did some dark white curlies and little strokes for the hair. And all I did was I just kept doing that. I just kept adding more light and then more shading and then wash it with a little bit of the light, which is dark white. And then the final on the hair and the mustache and the eyebrows and all of that, you can either use the tip of your little spotter brush or you can use a liner brush. And I used my straight titanium white or warm white, and I just made little curly, just a few little curly wiry hairs coming from various places. I didn't go all over the whole beard or the whole mustache. I just kind of looked at my photo to see exactly where I wanted to add these lighter hairs and little curly hairs that are going to give it the kind of the character that you want it to have. So once you're done with that, you're ready for the glasses. Now remember, you don't have to just do this 2 or 3 or 4 times. You can do it as many times as it takes to get your beard and your mustache to look the way you want it to look. But you do have to, at the final application of color, you want to be very specific. You want to use your small brush or your liner brush, and you want to just make like a few, like one hair at a time in a few places. You don't want to go and just do everything all over. You want to pull up some very specific hairs, and maybe you'll make them a little curly, maybe you'll make them go off at a funny angle so they look like they're sticking out kind of. And then that would be your final step on the hair. Okay, so you've got your flesh is done, your beard is done. Let's put the glasses on him. And I think I'll zoom in on those a little bit so that you can see just a little bit better what I've done. In this case, the reference that I was using for the glasses, he was not wearing brassy glasses. They weren't gold colored. They were more of a brown tortoiseshell type of color. So all I've done is I painted the frames with burnt umber, and I did 2 times of burnt umber. Then I came back, I mixed a little bit, now I let that dry, then I came back, I mixed a little bit of white, dark white, with my yellow oxide, and with my liner brush, I kind of just dry brushed that light area. It's going to take several times. If you mix the white with it first, it'll cover it just a little bit better. So what you'll do is you'll mix a little bit of white, dry brush those highlights in place, let it dry. Now just pick up the yellow oxide. And actually I think I'm saying yellow oxide, but I'm meaning to say raw sienna. So you're just going to use your raw sienna and stroke over that again. You have to build this up 4 or 5 times. So you'll do your raw sienna, let it dry, do it again. Build that up 4 or 5 times. Okay, once you have it so that it's actually showing, then come back with your dark white and do it with a straight dark white, okay, in the lightest areas where you want to show the very lightest. Then when your dark white is dry, go over it one more time with your raw sienna. And that should give you a nice little highlight on your brown glasses. Now to create the glass part, I like to use my, my little spotter brush because it has that tiny little pointed tip that I can put right in a small space. I'm going to get it wet with a little bit of water, and on the tip of the brush I'm picking up my titanium white, or it could be the warm white. And I'm blending that onto the tip of my brush on my palette. Now we just want to show the slightest little bit of white that would be kind of like a little glare on the glass part of his glasses. So I'm going to go right along that upper edge and into the corner just a little bit, blot my brush, and then come back and just smear that around a little bit so that, like I said, it just looks like a glare on his glasses. On the other side, I want to do the left side of both lenses so that the light is hitting on those lenses the same way on both sides. You can go a little bit across the top edge of the glasses too, just to give that thickness at the top edge. And then that'll be his glasses. So then you would go ahead and you'd finish up the fur, you'd work on the gifts, and if you have any questions about the gifts, let me back up so you can see them, how these are painted, you could go back and visit the Terms and Techniques videos. They will show you all the different techniques that I use to paint just ordinary things. The same with his coat. All of those things that are, the rest of the things that are on the painting, the teddy bear, the holly, the berries, all of those things are explained, the type of techniques that I use are explained in the Terms and Techniques video. If you prefer to have some sort of a written explanation, then I have available the packet that's called Terms and Techniques, and it takes you step by step through every single one of the techniques that I use. If you have been watching the video to get an idea of how to paint this face, but you don't have the rest of the design, then you might want to check out the design. This is on my website. It's called Merry Christmas. It will give you colors and instructions for all the parts of this project. Not just the face, but all the different parts. So you might want to check that out, and I'll give the address at the end of this video. All of the other elements in this piece can be easily done by following the techniques in the Terms and Techniques packet or the Terms and Techniques videos that you can pick up on the blog or on YouTube. So I think that we've pretty much covered everything. I think that the Santa is looking pretty good. I hope yours is too. And I hope that you've enjoyed painting along with me for these fun little Santa face lessons. And good luck painting your Santa. And Merry Christmas.